game of this Under-20 championship. A great place to be playing, and we'll see the pitch side conditions. 30 degrees Celsius, I believe, and rain, 58%, 18-mile-per-hour wind. So a little bit breezy here. It is warm on this afternoon for this kickoff game. Have a game simultaneously going on at this time, but this is the first for this U20s. We have Group E play. We'll take a look at what is up for this group. USA, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and Nicaragua. Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico playing later today as well in Santo Domingo, but United States versus Nicaragua here first. The next group for these games for this group is on Sunday the 27th. 16 teams, 4 groups of 4 vying for a spot in those final games to potentially qualify for the World Cup. A lot going on here today. It's a beautiful day for it. We will have national anthems coming right up after this and starting 11 lineup. Stick with us. national anthems are complete here in Santo Domingo. It's final preparations for kickoff coming up here soon. What it's like to be a player right before stepping onto the field, getting these final preparations done. So much work going into this for both countries, lots of preparation mentally and physically to compete, to go to a World Cup. Just the possibility of being able to represent your country at a World Cup. Obviously such an opportunity for these young players. Nicaragua prepares to take their picture of the starting 11. Four groups of four competing, these final 16 teams trying to make it to the round of 16, where an additional 4 do await. As we take a look at the starting lineup for the United States, the attacking prowess of Simone Jackson, Michelle Cooper, and Alyssa Thompson. So much speed and athleticism, a lot of sophistication in that front line. As we take a look at the referees, the center official will be Carly Shaw McLaren from Canada, and her fellow Canadian will be assisting her, Chantal Boudreau and Carolina Briones from Mexico, with our fourth official, Priscilla Perez, as they complete the coin toss here this afternoon. Take a look at our VAR officials. We also have that available today for us. Nicaragua's starting lineup, Yahuasca Garcia in goal, the youngest player in this starting lineup for Nicaragua. And then also make sure and watch Eddie Perez, number 5. She is one of the most experienced players on this roster. And Yerka Molina, a goal scorer and attacking threat to watch in this matchup here today. Their coach is Elna Dixon, also the senior women's national team coach as well, coaching the under-20s during this women's under-20 championship in Santo Domingo. A little bit of time for both of these teams as they get ready to take the field. It's a beautiful day in Santo Domingo. You can see in the background. And our center official, Shaw McLaren, getting ready for her signal to get this one underway. A lot at stake in this matchup. As mentioned earlier, 16 teams are here in these 4 groups competing to advance to the round of 16. Only 3 out of each group will, and we have Group E action in this game with 4 additional teams qualifying in earlier games in 2021 to go straight to that round of 16. So both of these teams looking to be one of those that will get into that round and continue their quest for qualification. We have our 2 Canadian officials and 2 officials from Mexico as well, including our 4th official. And we are underway in Santo Domingo, the United States versus Nicaragua in this Group E matchup. I'm Casey White, so happy to be with you here today. The United States are in the red and blue kits, going from left to right. Nicaragua in white, going from right to left as the United States establishes possession. These first 5 minutes, so important as a player for so many of these players playing in this important matchup, just getting those first touches on the ball and getting their mindset right, establishing a little bit of rhythm after the travel to get here. Simone Jackson on the right side looks to take on. Rouse will take the throw in for the United States. But this field's certainly not devoid of players that have had a lot of experience in very important games, but there's nothing like being at a qualifying event where the stakes are so high. So these first few minutes, just an opportunity to build confidence for both sides. Moultrie. United States will look to win it back and establish possession. Guidry will find the wide space. Thompson finding some room. It bounces to Michelle Cooper with the left foot and across. Great save, but Moultrie will follow in for the second-minute goal for the United States. Olivia Moultrie, so opportunistic, being in that penalty area and just really being able to take the deflection as Michelle Cooper, as Tracy Kevins looks on, has to be happy with that start for the United States. Michelle Cooper is putting this on frame, does exactly what she needs to do, which is cause a save and a second chance opportunity. So much pace behind that initial opportunity. Moultrie, great organization in the box and composure to put the United States up on top 1-0. We're back underway after that first goal. Doing a slight check there before it was official, but now the United States back on the back line of Nicaragua yet again. Mena will look to bring it up the right side for Nicaragua. Thompson. Michelle Cooper. Offside is the call. It'll be a set piece for Nicaragua. It's the last play. Just a slight offside there from Michelle Cooper, who's so eager to get in behind that back line. That's where that first goal came from, and just the timing a little bit off, but Nicaragua looking to deal with just the attacking power of the United States early. So many different attacking threats there, looking to make sure they stay organized as Michelle Cooper slides into that far side flank. Della Peruta. A little mistouch by Rouse, but one back. Moultrie, the goal scorer so far this afternoon, providing the difference for this 1-0 lead. Member of the Portland Thorns. She is the youngest player to have played in an NWSL regular season game and turning pro here in the United States, showing just how quickly she can impact a game in the first 2 minutes. Samar Guidry, right-footed cross, well cleared. Guidry, Colton, Thompson plays it across, falls to Michelle Cooper, but well defended. Nice compact shape from Nicaragua. They're in a 4-5-1 system, so trying to make it as compact as possible centrally, but well played by Michelle Cooper to Colton. Again, compact centrally. This clearance will allow Nicaragua to step up at least momentarily, as Alaman does chase. She's that lone forward for Nicaragua here this afternoon. Rouse decides to start it over, and Mason will look to change the point through Della Peruta. Good flick on by Colton. Michelle Cooper will look to get in behind, fend off 2 players and a goalkeeper to her left foot. Can she get it on frame? Yes, she can. A 7-minute goal for Michelle Cooper, the center forward for the United States, and the United States leads 2-0. Lots of celebration on the sideline for the United States as there should be. Michelle Cooper just so strong, making sure she can avoid the first defender. Once she does that, using her speed, and a great finish as she beats the goalkeeper, Garcia. You can see how quickly she can strike and just the agility to get around Garcia. Hips facing the wrong way, and to be able to get around that and put that on frame. Such good technique from Michelle Cooper, but the flick from Colton to set this up, just so sophisticated from the attacking midfielder. That's Colton on the ball there that gave the assist for that second goal. 2 goals in the first 7 minutes in Santo Domingo. The United States looking to be in control very early on in this game. Colton finds Cooper again. Simone Jackson, first touch. Well defended, but still getting a shot off. Molina and Munguia both needing to help the goalkeeper, Yohoska Garcia, on that one. Simone Jackson coming into that inside space. Another strong attacking threat for the United States, but well defended. Hernandez. The United States will start possession over. So we get the first touch for Mia Justice in goal for the United States. McConnell. Jackson will drop that off to Colton as Moultrie gets into the outside space on the near side. Moultrie again, the goal scorer in the 2nd minute. Well defended, and that will go out for a throw-in for Nicaragua. As the play continues, the United States has shown so much of their attack. As we take a look at Tracy Kevins, the head coach for this U20 national team, and Elna Dixon managing for Nicaragua. Nicaragua showing they can sit in that 4-5-1 formation, just super compact defensive shape. The United States proving they can score even with that, but now it becomes more important to establish possession to move the defenders of Nicaragua. Well defended. Throw in Nicaragua. Molina will chase for Nicaragua as the United States gets possession in their attacking half. Mason will look to penetrate. Thompson. Offside will be called on the initial pass into Thompson. The United States coming out in their traditional 4-3-3 with 2 attacking center midfielders in Moultrie and Colton, who both have been very involved so far in this game. Just a yard or 2 offside, eager from Alyssa Thompson, looking to get in on the far side for that last offside call. Good challenge by Zeladon. Mason will look to advance. Good interchange by Cooper and Colton. Thompson. Find the feet of Mason, who's high up the field. Moultrie will find Jackson, and that'll be a corner kick for the United States. A diving tackle by Eddie Perez. Some intentional organization from Nicaragua as Moultrie steps to take this corner kick for the United States.
Let's go!
Service to the back post. No one there, but it will be kept in. It's a little bit of a long service there, just no organization on the run to that back post area for the United States. Cooper on the turn, on her left foot, looks to drop it. Rouse will keep it in the final third. Across, Michelle Cooper, and not able to direct that on frame. Garcia will play short as Zeledon brings it forward. Nicaragua looking to play out of the back. Guidry with the run. Finds Michelle Cooper's feet. Drop to Colton. Jackson taking to her right, creating an opportunity, and it's a corner kick for the United States. Nicaragua looking to try to play out of the back. Super hard to do with the front runners and the midfield stepping from the United States and pressing this ball to Simone Jackson, getting it on her right foot, but well defended by Perez. Moultrie with the service again. Better timing on that run by McConnell. Jackson will get a touch. Mason, well struck. Not able yet to clear is Nicaragua, and the United States will look to try to get to the wide space, but that'll go out of play. Play will be stopped momentarily. Elna Dixon, both the head coach for the U20 women's national team, but also the senior team. Senior team was just concluding their 2 fixtures in February for their World Cup qualifying journey, as Tracy Kevins looks on. Cleared out by Mason. Nicaragua is currently ranked 16th in Concacaf. Those rankings were just after the last qualifying tournament in 2020. That's been the last major event that's gone on for this age group with the cancellation of the tournament in 2021. And the U.S. currently ranked first in CONCACAF. Moultrie, this goal scorer in the 2nd minute, and Michelle Cooper scoring in the 7th minute. That's the difference today in Estadio Olímpico. Félix Sánchez, our venue for this Group E matchup. I'm Casey White, happy to be on the call today. An exciting start to this one so far as the United States gets out on top early. Jackson will look to slide it through to Colton. 3 runners in the penalty area. Emily Colton looking to find feet. Cooper with the left-footed strike. And the compact shape of Nicaragua wins out on that one. Simone Jackson looking to take the 1v1. Throw United States. strike! And what power in the 17th minute! Making the most of that opportunity. How quickly Simone Jackson was able to turn and get the left-footed strike with so much power for the 3-0 lead. Simone Jackson, the University of Southern Cal freshman, showing why she is such a dangerous threat. Ball from Mason, one touch, doesn't hardly have to take a look. Precision with this, but also power, and nothing Garcia could do about it. Could not react in time with that amount of power and that amount of bend on that ball. Great ball from Mason as well to set up Jackson. Lady Rouse will change the point. Nicaragua, a good play in that middle third, looking to establish a little possession higher up the field. High pressure from Alyssa Thompson. Mena does well to avoid that pressure. And Nicaragua will look to establish this possession a little bit higher up. A lot of the attacking coming from the United States as Nicaragua looks to get more and more possession and interchange throughout their attacking players. This possession here allows the wingers from Nicaragua to get a little higher. They're in a 4-5-1 defensive shape. As the ball's turned over, Colton will go the other direction. Decides better of it, waits for numbers. Rouse. Patience shown by Rouse. Colton looking for the back post area. Michelle Cooper. Garcia will handle it. Garcia, the 16-year-old, she is the youngest player on this Nicaragua starting 11, the goalkeeper. Playing for Atletico Somotillo, currently in second place in the top division in Nicaragua. Michelle Cooper does well to possess. Darting run from Alyssa Thompson. Well played by Jackson. Thompson in. And Garcia comes out to make sure that nothing comes of it. But great interchange by the United States, and Jackson recognizing the run from Alyssa Thompson early enough so there was no offside call, and a great run into that inside space. Perez. The foul's called. Jackson draws that foul on Perez, and a set piece for the United States. Eddie Perez will be shown the yellow card. The reaction after the foul, give her this yellow card in combination with this foul, and she will go into the books in the 21st minute. Moultrie will serve. In behind the back line, curving out. Well done to keep that in the penalty area by the United States, but cleared by Nicaragua. Not quite out of danger as it's still in the final third. Ball played in behind by Mason, and Garcia will collect. Let's confirm that last yellow card was given to Eddie Perez, the 19-year-old left back for Nicaragua, that led to that free kick. Good matchup coming on this near side flank between Simone Jackson and Eddie Perez. Michelle Cooper dispossesses the center back, Munguia. Mason will change the point again through McConnell, who looks to dribble penetrate into the midfield area, finds Della Peruta, but so many players around the United States midfielders. And that's where the wide spaces become important for the United States. So good in the attack, so much interchange between the midfield and the front line, and that wide space, just an area to draw the defenders out as Samar does so. Guidry plays it across. Simone Jackson just can't get it on frame, but Samar Guidry with a great service floated to the back post area. Tracy Kevins has been a head coach within the United States national team system for quite a few years. Guidry getting that little look up and floats it perfectly to the back of the six. Jackson not happy with that take, but we're back underway. Moultrie finds Guidry. Good patience shown by Moultrie. Numbers behind the ball for Nicaragua, super compact. The more the United States establishes possession, the more compact it does get from Nicaragua. Della Peruta calms in possession. Thompson taking in line, playing it across. Colton looking to deflect it on frame, but that near post run just coming a little bit too far and not able to get it back across. Thompson, this is a great run, drawing two defenders, and a really nice idea by Colton, just a little bit too much to that near post. And if you're the United States right now, getting those early goals, really important when a team like Nicaragua is sitting back a little bit more and making it more compact. The longer the game goes on without a goal, the harder that can be. And the United States scoring early in the 2nd minute, again in the 7th, and then the 3rd and the 17th allows a little bit of that pressure to come off, where Nicaragua is trying to figure out how do we defend this attack of the United States, but how can we generate more numbers going forward as well in this game. Good interchange by Colton and Cooper. Colton takes it inside the penalty area, draws 3, lays it for Cooper, and that'll float over. And the players will go to the sideline for a cooling break in the 26 minutes. Warm conditions in Santo Domingo for this Group E contest. A really important time for these players and coaches. As you can see, Tracy Kevins using the tactics board to give some information to her team. Obviously, the result so far, 3-0, pretty positive, but what can they continue to improve on as this game goes on? Same for Nicaragua, as Elna Dixon gives some information to both of them. Not only trying to reset physically, but mentally giving a few words to the team from Nicaragua of how to combat a team like the United States that has so much attacking presence, so much interchange. Obviously a challenge for Nicaragua. You can see both teams really focusing in on the instruction that they are getting from their coaching staffs and their medical teams. First game for these players in this U20 championship qualification tournament. Alyssa Thompson on the ball here, the deflection. This is the first goal and the separating goal in this game for Olivia Moultrie off the Michelle Cooper shot. And then Colton with the great little flick it behind, and you just see the strength of Michelle Cooper as she gets it to her left foot for that 7-minute goal. 2 goals in 5 minutes, and then another great assist from Emily Mason and Jackson. Wow, that left-footed shot, just a screamer past Garcia for that 3rd goal. And that's the difference so far in this game, as both sets of players do step back out for a goal kick from Nicaragua, and we'll be back underway here shortly. Now 3 teams advance out of each of these groups, so something to keep in mind for all teams as they're competing. It's not a matter of one day of performance, and 3 teams will go on to that round of 16. Goal differential could be a factor, so something that is good for these players and staffs to remind each of their teams of. Della Peruta. Rouse looking to get into the wide space. The outside backs both proving that they want to get forward today in this matchup. Foul called. Merlot will be called with the foul. And this will be a dangerous set piece. Lainey Rouse getting the ball across to Jackson, and Jackson just quick feet to elude Merlot, and the foul comes. Four in the wall for Nicaragua, 7 runners for the United States. Could be a service, or Moultrie could go for goal. And she does go for goal. She's looking to bend it in. Garcia with the save. Challenge won by Della Peruta. Mia Justice, who's very great with her feet. Playing back through her. Haven't seen a lot of her today so far. Very comfortable back there. We'll see as she establishes an even higher position. Jackson in the inside space. Looked to be a bit of a collision between Cooper and Zeladon, but no call. The longer the game goes on, you can see the wingers of the United States pushing more into that inside space in front of the back line and allowing the outside backs to get around. Elaine Rouse and Samar Guidry both being able to do so, but that comes from those wingers playing inside a bit more. McConnell will dribble penetrate into midfield. Longer service as Moultrie makes that deep lying run from midfield. Guidry, the outside back, gets forward. Back to her right. Misplaced pass there. And cleared by Nicaragua. Not out of danger quite yet. Della Peruta. Alyssa taking on in that left side area, miscleared. Michelle Cooper trying to keep it in. Samar Guidry wins it back. Alyssa Thompson. It's deflected out for a throw for Nicaragua. And those wide spaces proving beneficial for the United States. Nicaragua needing to have more than one player out there in those 1v1 situations, so they have a little bit of cover. Alyssa Thompson just able to get by the outside back. Cooper in the wide space, looking for an additional runner, a little bit far, and that'll be cleared. Staff looks on for the United States. Katie Shepford, assistant coach for Tracy Kevins here, but also a head coach in the U.S. Youth National Team system. And that will go the way of Nicaragua. Olivia Moultrie, the goal scorer, currently part of the Portland Thorns from Santa Clarita, California. The youngest player on this roster, the youngest in this starting 11, of course, and Alyssa Thompson, the other young one at 17 years old, Olivia Moultrie, 16. Foul called on Lainey Rouse, free kick to Nicaragua. Perez will put this in play quickly. Celadon, the captain, will collect and continue to look to play out of the back. Lots of pressure from the United States front runners. Good space found in that midfield area. And a lot of players in midfield for Nicaragua, but the U.S. combating that by pinching their wingers inside. So you can see how it's so hard to build up against that pressure, because the numbers do become equal with those wingers playing inside defensively. Alyssa Thompson collects. Does well to avoid pressure, right-footed shot. That'll go over. Managers for both teams continuing to instruct, make adjustments throughout this first half of World Cup qualifying. Mejia looking for Molina. Molina wins possession for Nicaragua. Leyden Mejia just not able to switch that point as the United States establishes possession. De La Purita looking to find Jackson. There's too much forward spin on that ball, and it will go into the hands of Garcia. Throw in United States. 8 of these United States players have been a part of the U.S. Youth National Team system since the U14 age group, so very consistent within the programming for the United States. All of them since the U17 age group, as part of at least camps, if not rosters, but 8 of them having been involved from a very young level throughout the programming. Foul called on Samar Guidry. Jackson will come back to collect. Rouse. Della Peruta with the switch. Interchange again from Cooper and Moultrie. Moultrie finding the space in front of the back line. On her right foot, looks to take it herself, and that'll sail high. As the United States continues to possess, some of those gaps start to open up in front of the back line of Nicaragua, which is allowing for those long-range opportunities rather than how the first goals were done. Pressure by Michelle Cooper, turnover. Good tackle from Zeladon. Jackson will look to go herself. Initial save, left-footed shot, and that'll hit the side netting and go out for a goal kick for Nicaragua. Great pressing by Michelle Cooper, the center forward for the United States, and Jackson picks this one up and looks to get it on frame, and a great save from Garcia on that initial opportunity from Jackson. But you can see how quickly the pressing can turn into attacking for the United States. Nicaragua continuing to look to play out, just staying with their style of play of that possession-oriented soccer, but the United States just so hard to build out against with the pressure they apply. Della Peruta. Della Peruta has played in a lot of positions within the U.S. Youth National Team system and with the U20 women's team. Usually an outside back with the U17 national team, an attacking mid with other teams, and a holding mid here today playing in that 6 role. But with the interchange, all the center mids are able to interchange. So even though it's a starting position, she finds herself in the attack right there. On the ball she is. Lays it back off. Shot on frame. Hits the crossbar. And that will be cleared. Well done by Emily Mason stepping into that space. And that long-range shot, the deeper Nicaragua drops, that long-range shot really important for the United States. Just takes a touch and does her best to get this on frame. She does, hitting the crossbar, narrowly missing. Played centrally by Moultrie, and just wide, Emily Mason. Better timing on that run, but a little bit floated on the set piece, but those opportunities for the United States also proving dangerous. And Ruth Zeladon looks to be down. This is the captain for Nicaragua, playing in that right center back position. Not something that any of these teammates and coaching staff want to see as one of the leaders, not only on the back line, but for this entire starting 11. Again, we've had a cooling break. It's very, very hot in Santo Domingo today. First game of this U20 Women's Championship, so a lot of work being put in by the backline of Nicaragua as the United States struck extremely early for that 2nd-minute goal, 7-minute goal, and won again in the 17th for the 3-0 lead thus far. Nicaragua doing everything they can to stay organized, but it's been quite a bit of time since the United States has scored. They got those 3 quick goals, and it's been 25 minutes since they scored that 3rd one. So Nicaragua really trying to make sure that they don't allow anything else from the United States in this first half. The United States was taking an opportunity to get some instruction and some water and some hydration there. Carly Shaw McLaren wants to get the game back underway. Nicaragua will be down a player until they decide to substitute or Zeladon is motioned back on. So some critical seconds, potentially minutes in the closing of the first half while being down a player against the United States. They've pulled Merlot back to that center back spot just to make sure that they're organized and they'll be in that 4-4-1 defensive shape. Colton does well to win that for the United States. Zeladon is back on quickly, and now the 4-5-1 is reestablished with the player actually going down. Moultrie looking to attack, still on the left foot of Moultrie. Arieri Mejia is down, but play goes on. Alyssa Thompson cuts inside, foul called, and that'll be a free kick for the United States. Arieri Mejia, the 17-year-old, will get a little bit of attention in the 44th minute. No contact, just going down during that play and while they're in their defensive shape. Elna Dixon checking her time as this first half winds down, just finishing up her stint with the senior women in their qualifying event. 2 fixtures were in February, just concluded. 2 fixtures in April, so staying busy between the senior women and the under-20 women. Mejia appears to be okay and is walking off to the sideline, but again, Nicaragua will need to organize in these critical moments at the end of the first half. Last time there was a set piece for the United States, it was in a similar position, but on the near side, and Moultrie did go for frame. Guidry comes in the wide space. It'll go short. Guidry across the back post. McConnell with a great challenge, but both are down. As we get 3 minutes of indicated extra time at the end of the first half by our 4th official. McConnell is up quickly, but it looked to be a tough challenge. Great ball short to Guidry from Moultrie and just lifts this up. And it seemed to be an initial head-to-head right before, and McConnell not taking the worst of it. This is the 3rd player for Nicaragua that's been down in the last 5 minutes. Unfortunately, towards the end of this first half, a lot of possession and attacking by the United States, just putting a lot of pressure on the players physically. And that's Perez, the left back, that was in that challenge with McConnell. Very brave challenge by both players. It did go up and over, and so it'll be a goal kick for Nicaragua as Perez will jog off to the sideline and luckily appears to be okay after that tough challenge. Zeladon. Guidry steps high and wins possession. Moultrie going the other way quickly. Colton. Opposite side outside back, now getting forward in Rouse. Perez is back on, and Nicaragua at full strength as that slips under the foot of Michelle Cooper. Arieri Mejia is down again, one of the earlier players that did need to go down, getting some help from her teammates on this hot day in Santo Domingo. Her teammates even taking advantage of getting a little bit of hydration going on this day, but medical staff taking care of that in this Group E action. A lot of emotion coming from Arieri Mejia in this first game for both of these teams. Top 3 teams of each group are going to be going on, so both of these teams trying to get the best result possible today, and knowing that every result matters, every goal matters, as goal differential can play a factor. So these moments where Nicaragua's down a player, it's critical because they don't want to give up anything extra to the United States before halftime. Jackson in the wide space. Head up, looks across, driven ball across. Well cleared. Rosamina on that backside, clearing it well with the header in these critical moments. Moultrie. Guidry with the left-footed cross. Lifts it up to the back post. Simone Jackson with a touch to get it across, but cleared out. Perez looking to wind down these final seconds if possible. Quite a few little injuries, and that's the halftime whistle from Santo Domingo. This Group A action between the United States and Nicaragua. An entertaining first half, especially coming from the United States. A lot of attacking opportunities resulting in 3 goals. It's a 3-0 halftime lead over Nicaragua. First goal coming from Moultrie, followed by Cooper and Jackson in the first, 7th, and 17th minute. But a lot to be played here, still to be had in the second half. Nicaragua will go to halftime trying to figure out how they can stifle this attack. Stick with us. We'll have halftime highlights and stats coming up right after this. opening game for Group E in Santo Domingo. The United States taking on Nicaragua in this first matchup for the road to the World Cup in 2022. Alyssa Thompson playing a ball in here to Michelle Cooper. A good opportunity on frame, and this would open the scoring for the United States. Olivia Moultrie in the second minute. Just a lot of attacking early on as Alyssa Thompson looking to play that across. A good deflection in the favor of the United States. Michelle Cooper doing what she can to get that on frame and causing this save, but the second chance opportunity proving useful for Olivia Moultrie. And then the flick for the second goal. Michelle Cooper displaying her strength to get around two defenders and a goalkeeper in the 7th minute. But for me, it's this flick from Emily Colton. Look how she lifts that over the defender's foot. Michelle Cooper making a run. So optimistic from her that Colton is going to get a touch on that ball to put her in an area where she can display her athleticism and her composure in the final third with this left-footed finish that would give the United States the 2-0 lead early on in this game. And just a driving run from her. Nicaragua doing the best they can to recover with two defenders, but just too much pace from Michelle Cooper up top. And Garcia looking to retreat in this moment, but so much composure, getting her hips around the ball and putting that one away. The United States had to be happy with that early start, and this one would come quickly too. Off the foot of Simone Jackson, the right winger coming inside. Another really good assist from Emily Mason, the center back, finding herself higher up the field. Simone Jackson just able to release this so quickly. Only about a yard of space before the defenders from Nicaragua converged for that finish. And the United States would continue to attack. Another opportunity for Jackson as Samar Guidry gets down to that end line and crosses, and Moultrie with the set piece. Garcia would be tested a lot today in goal for Nicaragua, but she does very, very well to not allow more opportunities, even though the United States continued to press in this first half. There was no stop for their attack. They established possession against Nicaragua. Just those finishing details besides the 3 goals, something that had they had them, it could be an even more lopsided scoreline. But Nicaragua doing well to stay compact, figuring out how to make those opportunities not as point blank for the United States and forcing some more long range shots so that Garcia can see something more from distance and not allowing the United States to go through their back line so easily. We'll have a little bit more of halftime. Second half will be very interesting to see how Nicaragua comes back out, looking to continue to stifle the attack of the United States, but can the United States find other ways to provide scoring opportunities? It's going to be a good one. Make sure you join us for the beginning of the second half as we take a quick break. We'll be back soon. Halftime complete in Estadio Olímpico. Félix Sánchez, the Dominican Republic, hosting these World Cup qualifying games. The United States enjoying a good first half performance. 3-0 lead as we start this second half. All smiles for the United States. Emily Mason there with one of the assists on the third goal in the 17th minute. Final sprints, final jogs, final preparations for the players of the United States. This Group E matchup, interesting so far. A lot of attacking from the United States. Nicaragua not conceding a goal after the 17th minute in the first half, and staying a little bit further back, a little more compact, and causing some challenges for the United States to continue to add to their score line. But nothing going forward yet for Nicaragua, not being able to generate any opportunities, set pieces in the attacking half or shots. Final moments for the players as we do have some substitutions for halftime coming into the game. Andrea Kitahata, Ayo Oki coming into the game for the United States, and Alexis Missimo. All three will be entering at halftime. For Nicaragua, Maria Arvizu and Adriana Munguia coming into the game as well. So 5 substitutions overall, 3 for the United States and 2 for Nicaragua. And we're underway in the second half in Santo Domingo. The United States up 3-0 on Nicaragua in this Group E contest. Their opening game. I'm Casey White, bringing this game to you today. United States are in the red and blue, attacking right to left. Nicaragua in the white kits, left to right, as Lexi Missimo gets her first touch on the ball, as that is played in behind and collected by Garcia. Michelle Cooper has exited the game, and Alyssa Thompson is in that center forward position, as Andrea Kitahata will go on the wing on the near side for the United States. Emily Mason will clean this up. Ayo Oke entering for Elaine Rouse in the right back position, and Emily Colton leaving the game, making way for Alexi Missimo.
Por el equipo de Nicaragua salen con el número 8, Gigi Mejía, entra con el número 4, Adriana Munguia, salen con el número.
Ball played across to Samar Guidry. Nicaragua getting a few more numbers forward, but the United States will press the other direction. Kitahata. Looking to play behind, but cut out by Emily Mason. Lexi Missimo. Good interchange with Della Pruta and Missimo. Cooper and Colton both exited the game. Cooper in one half of play, 1 assist, 1 goal. Colton with 1 assist. So having a really good first half of play are the two of the players that went out, and then a defender, Elaine Rouse, who did very well on that right wing for the United States. And Maria Arvizu and Adriana Munguia coming in for Nicaragua. Thompson. Kitiata does well to keep that in the wide area. Left-footed ball by Kitiata, across. Deflected out by Perez. Molina looking to get on it, but stepped well by Emily Mason. Mejia coming in for Munguia, the sister of Adriana Munguia, who has come into the game. And Alaman has also exited, making way for Maria Arvizu. Look at the challenge from Della Peruta while she was on the ground. It does go the way of the United States as Mason gets it back in play. Pressed a little bit higher up the field. That's played across by Oke. Drops down to Kitahata, and that's a goal for Andrea Kitahata, the halftime sub, making it 4-0 United States on a ball from Ayo Oke in the wide space. The 50th minute goal coming on, again, that wide area, just making sure numbers are getting forward as they have been all day, but Oke coming down that right flank and getting the ball across. That run on the near side by Thompson is what creates that, distracting the goalkeeper. Such an important run as you watch number 11, Alyssa Thompson, get across in front of the goalkeeper, causes the bobble, and the organization in the box by Jackson and Kitahata. When that drops down, Kitahata able to put that into an empty net. Played across, good save. Not quite out of bounds yet. And Perez will look to get rid of this, but pressured high by Ayo Oke.
No busques el foul, no lo busques, play, play, play. No lo busques. Hey, no me digas. Let it touch it.
Little confusion on that far side for the throw-in. It will be United States ball. And we have some medical staff coming onto the field to take a look at Yohoska Garcia. She's been holding her arm there for a little while and just getting a little bit of medical attention before we can get the second half underway. That first goal of the second half in the 50th minute coming from Kitahata. Currently at Stanford, a long line of a lot of athleticism in her family. Great-grandfather playing for Ajax in the 1920s in the Netherlands. Her grandfather was on the Japanese Olympic swim team in the 40s, and her brother currently plays squash at Cal Berkeley. So no lack of athleticism in that family, and Andrea Kitahata getting her first goal of this qualifying campaign for the United States as well. Nicaragua looking to build numbers the other direction as Mena tries to hold on to this. Della Peruta with a bit of the body there, and it'll go wide to the halftime substitute, Arvizu. Mejia will look to keep it through the captain, Zeladon. Step by Samar Guidry, but better play from Nicaragua, looking to get a few more numbers around the ball. Mina started at the right back position, has pushed higher up on that right midfield side with Arvizu coming into the game as Mina is on the ball right there. Throw in Nicaragua. You can see how compact it is. United States defensively trying to keep the ball on this near side. Backline shifted all the way over to the vertical middle, right down the middle of the field defensively. Della Peruta starting it over through the feet of Mia Justice. Jackson looking for the change of point, but well cut out by Arvizu. Arvizu again looking to get forward. That change on that near side with Mina being higher up the field has caused a little more interchange for the Nicaragua. The United States having to deal with that. So we have a player down right in the middle of the defensive half of Nicaragua. There were 4 players that needed a bit of medical attention in the final 7 minutes of the half, including the extra time. Hot day, United States establishing a lot of possession in that first half, so these moments critically important for Nicaragua. It does eat some time off the clock as well, but also having to play a player down every time the medical attention does occur. That's Ariana Munguia, that is currently playing in that left center back position. Her sister coming in, Adriana Munguia, only 15 years old and joining that midfield defensive unit for Nicaragua. Simultaneous game being played in San Cristobal, El Salvador and Trinidad and Tobago. That one at halftime was 2-0 El Salvador. McConnell. Okay, looking for the early service. Garcia out, Thompson able to get ahead on it and just wide. Alyssa Thompson, a brave challenge rising above Yohoska Garcia. And a little different approach with that attacking with the early ball as Ayo Oke gets into that space behind the midfield and able to play this across, and well timed by Alyssa Thompson, and disappointed that one doesn't go in, but a great run from the youngster. Molina. Hernandez doing well to put pressure. Molina again. This is better from Nicaragua. More numbers forward, 5 in the attacking half. Appeals for a handball, but we play on. The speedy Thompson finds this in the wide space, beats one. Looking to go 1v1 again, perhaps two, gets it across, not able to get there is Kitahata. foul will be called right on the inline. Andrea Kitahata, great positioning to earn the free kick. All positioning by Kitahata, just a little eager from Arvizu, and the foul's called. Olivia Moultrie has been the set piece specialist today. The first goal of the game in the 2nd minute to start things off very quickly for the United States. Moultrie with the service. Dangerous area. Header off the crossbar and down. And that will be cleared momentarily, but another opportunity potentially coming. Moultrie flips it back across to Kitahata. Still not cleared. Still looking to get that forward is Arvizu, and she does. Pressed by Alyssa Thompson. And a slight deflection, so it will go towards the United States. There appears to be a quick check. And Carly Shaw McLaren will go check on the player down for Nicaragua. This is the last opportunity. The header just coming straight down. It doesn't go across there, very clear, but just a scramble in front. Perez doing what she can to get it out. Took many clearances here by Nicaragua, but just making sure crowded enough clearances to clear the space so that 5th goal doesn't come for the United States. A lot of games still upcoming, but the champion, runner-up, and 3rd place will all advance to the World Cup. That's why all these players are here. The August 2022 World Cup in Costa Rica. 4 bids from Concacaf region because Costa Rica is hosting, but 3 will come from this tournament. Arvizu looks to play it forward. Molina not able to play there, but Nicaragua definitely trying to get more numbers forward than in the first half. Simone Jackson gives chase. That'll be throw in Nicaragua. Talia Della Peruta wearing the captain's armband in the 2nd half. Michelle Cooper was subbed at halftime, but she was the captain in the first half. Della Peruta playing in that holding mid role for the United States, critical role in possession for their group. Flicked on, Garcia will come collect. We'll have a substitution for the United States. Sally Minty will enter the game for Olivia Moultrie, the midfielder who started off the scoring in this game with her 2nd minute goal. Also a player taking all the set pieces for the United States in this first half. A critical element to their midfield, and Sally Minty will come in, a current player at Santa Clara and a member of the U.S. youth national teams, U16 and up. So another experienced player coming into the game. She'll join the midfield of Talia Della Peruta and Alexis Misimo in those 2 attacking midfield spots. Good underlap from Samar Guidry. Kitahata takes it herself. There's the first touches for Sally Minty, looking for the change of point. Kitahata gets the header, and it's over Garcia. Kitahata secures the brace in the 64th minute, 5-0 USA. Tracy Kevins, head coach, looking on as Sally Minty congratulates Kitahata. Good ball in behind by Ayo Oke. Her second assist, both assists coming to Andrea Kitahata. Just floated up there and just timed well. All she can really do is look to win that challenge and put it in the direction of the goal, catching Garcia out. But 2 goals in under 20 minutes for the halftime substitute. Four substitutes so far for the United States in this 5-0 lead from Santo Domingo. It just speaks to the depth of the team of the United States that has been put together on this roster by head coach Tracy Kevins. Very experienced, seasoned coach as part of the U.S. youth national team, originally from England, and just so much implemented in the style of play for this United States team coming from her. So much interchange and a lot of depth no matter who is on the field for the United States. Guidry will look to go forward. Missimo. Okay, joins the attack. Player down for Nicaragua. And Shaw McLaren, our center official, will signal for some medical help. It's the 66th minute in Santo Domingo. This is Group E play, opening game, a brace from Andrea Kitahata in the second half, let alone the game. This is the last goal that came from Andrea Kitahata. Floated up into that space by Ayo Oke and just rises up. But look at the run from deep. She's looking to get in behind. The service a little bit behind the initial run, but adjusts well to put that opportunity on frame. That's been a golden connection so far since coming into the game. Oke coming in at the same time at halftime for this second half in that right back position. Kitahata taking the left wing spot as Alyssa Thompson shifted inside to become the striker, center forward. Elna Dixon, the manager for Nicaragua, looking on. Playing the United States, always a formidable challenge, a formidable opponent, but looking to continue to keep the shape compact, which they did very well in the opening minutes of this second half, but the United States proving that they can try to break through and get those goals. Nicaragua currently 16th in Concacaf, playing the #1 ranked team in Concacaf, and the United States is playing for their 7th title all time in these Concacaf championships. They are the current champion. The ball goes out for a Nicaragua throw, beating Mexico 4-1 in the 2020 final, so looking to add to their championships in the CONCACAF region. Minty with the challenge, and that'll be cleared by Zeladon. Missimo finds it in that midfield space. Missimo again. Kitahata will start it over through McConnell. Continuing to probe is McConnell. And you can see the compact shape from Nicaragua. They've pinched in even more in this second half, dropped Molina back, the center forward, to make it more compact for the three midfielders of the United States. So a challenge for them in that area to find gaps. Minty, one of the midfielders, able to get forward, well tackled by Zeladon, and that will be, it looks actually to be offside on that run from Sally Minty. And Nicaragua really creating a 5v3 against the midfield of the United States, and them doing very well to be able to continue to play make. We'll have a substitution. Enes Navarrete will come into the game for Maciel Hernandez, the midfielder. Another substitution, 17, Mailing Acuna will come in and replace the left back, Iri Perez. One of the more seasoned players on this roster coming out of the game. She is currently on a yellow card from the first half, so she'll be exiting to make way for Acuna. Teams are able to have 5 substitutions in these games. Both teams have used 4 so far, so 1 remaining for each team. Acuna coming into the game, 18 years old, from Managua FC, and Navarrete coming in from Juventus FC out of Nicaragua. Quite a goal scorer at the club level is Navarrete. And another cooling break will come, the first of this second half period. 5-0 lead for the United States in Group E play. Coach Tracy Kevins taking the opportunity to go over a bit of tactics with the group that's on the field, continuing to work on things that they'll see throughout this tournament. An opportunity a little bit different than just being able to give direction from the sideline, but actually having them come over. Nicaragua making sure they stay hydrated with a little bit of individual information. 2 goals given up in this half so far, 19 minutes and change remaining in this half. Nicaragua looking to really try to stay compact, but the athleticism of the United States, something they always have to be aware of. But what's impressive today is the different goal scorers. We have 4 different goal scorers, Kitahata with the brace so far, but the interchange of players, no player in this attacking formation seems set in one position. There's a lot of interchange, a lot of connections, midfielders going forward, midfielders rotating, forwards inside to outside. So it's very hard to defend for Nicaragua. And there's so many opportunities created. So that sophistication from the United States is something that they'll want to continue to show in each environment and each country they do come across. The ball will get back into play off a United States throw-in deep in the defending half for Nicaragua. Thompson will get the ball and play through Sally Minty, the second half substitute. Foul called. Mena stepping aggressively there, but caught a little bit too much of Minty, and it will go the other direction. Olivia Moultrie, normally the player that's stepping up on these set pieces for the United States, but Missimo will be able to step up for this service. Size to play short. Okay, we'll look to attack, finding space in behind to Missimo. It is deflected by Zeladon and will be out for a set piece. Trinity Byers will be entering into the game for Alyssa Thompson. Alyssa Thompson, the 2020 Gatorade Player of the Year, been very speedy up top today. Lots more speed coming at you with Trinity Byers coming in as well. So no let up there for the United States. The University of Texas freshman will enter the game as Missimo, her Texas teammate, will play this across. Dangerous ball saved by Garcia. Missimo will look to play it in again, and that's cleared out for a throw. Trinity Byers and Alexis Missimo, both from my home state of Texas, played for my home soccer club, Solar Soccer Club, so that's a little bit fun watching them out there. Both play for the University of Texas, both freshmen. So it'll be nice to see their connection, very familiar with one another throughout their youth years and into college. Samar Guidry will start that over through Aiden McConnell. Justice. Nicaragua providing chase, but individual at this point, not able to get their entire team higher up to put too much pressure on the United States. Della Peruta. Kitahata coming into that inside space. Menti will look to go through, just too much pace on the ball, and a good heads-up play by Garcia to come out and smother that opportunity. One in the middle third by the United States. And looking at this roster for the United States, so much versatility in this group, from players playing center back, now playing outside back, players that were forwards, playing in the midfield in different positions. Talia Della Peruta being one of those players in the six. Normally an attacking midfielder and outside back at the younger teams, as this ball gets played to Samar Guidry, who's gone forward all day long. Samar Guidry normally in the center back position at younger ages and with the University of Virginia, but just showing that how important versatility is at the higher levels. Substitution for Nicaragua, Leyden Mejia will make way for Vanessa Altamirano. The 15-year-old from Managua FC will come into the game, into the midfield space, as the 19-year-old does exit. A lot of work done in midfield today. The establishing a possession by the United States has really taken a physical toll on a lot of these players from Nicaragua, so using their fifth sub to bring Altamirano onto the game, get some fresh legs going in midfield. Ball to the back post area. Mason rises, but that will go over. Alexis Missimo now taking the set pieces. Emily Mason, the center back from Rutgers, with that challenge. Arvizu does well to get that forward. Mina, the foul called on Guidry, and it'll go the way of Nicaragua. Rosamina stays down. (5-0) in the game in the 78th minute. What is, at this point, the game-winning goal, if this result were to hold, is from Olivia Moultrie. And take a look at this tackle, the last challenge. right here as Mina is able to get a little bit of positioning on Samar Guidry to earn the foul. Second goal coming through Michelle Cooper, the 17th minute goal from Simone Jackson, and then a brace from Andrea Kitahata in the second half. But there's been a lot of play through those outside back positions. Samar Guidry, Lainey Rouse in the first half, Ayo Oke coming in the second half, getting 2 assists. That dribble penetration by the outside backs has been very beneficial to this United States team throughout the entirety of the game. Mina is up and moving, although walking a bit gingerly, making her way back towards midfield, and our 4th official. Priscilla Perez will motion Mina back onto the field. Now we're level with players again. Kitahata looking to go forward. Jackson collects. Ayo Oke, another one of those versatile players, a forward at the youth level, now playing at outside back as she represents the United States. Jackson isn't behind on the long service. Garcia comes out. Well timed by Garcia. Missimo looks to play the ball behind to Trinity Byers. On her left foot, looks to get it across. Well possessed, back to Missimo. With the right foot, is it on frame? No, a little bit high. But the connection between Trinity Byers and Alexis Missimo providing an opportunity for the United States. Talked about lineage earlier with Andrea Kitahata. Alexis Missimo unleashes this strike just over the top. Both parents playing collegiately. Her sister also playing a year at University of Texas, her dad at the University of North Carolina, and her mom at TCU, Texas Christian University. So a soccer family to say the least. Offside, well done by the back line of the United States. Justice will get this going quickly through McConnell. Now starting to get a little more open in that space in front of the back line. United States trying to find it. As the half has worn on, a little bit harder for Nicaragua to stay compact centrally. Started very well in the second half, staying compact. Ended the first half, keeping the United States off the scoreboard. And that'll be a throw for Nicaragua. Ball will be switched out to the other side through Emily Mason, bypassing Oke and finding Jackson. Loss of possession higher up the field. Throw in to the United States. We're entering the 84th minute here shortly in Santo Domingo. Both of these teams playing again on Sunday, which will be their second game of the group. Foul called. Trinity Byers able to draw that foul. Munguia with the foul. But both of these teams playing on Sunday, United States will face Puerto Rico, and Nicaragua will face the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico playing in the 6 o'clock time slot this evening in Santo Domingo. And Byers a little bit of a slip, but might have had a little help there. Foul called nonetheless, and this will be served by Missimo. Missimo looks to find the short space area. It goes through Kitahata. So close to the hat trick, but ball a little bit behind her, or an early quick run, not as well timed to be able to get that on frame, but a sneaky set piece by Lexi Missimo. Besides one other set piece in the first half where Moultrie played Guidry short, that's the only one that hasn't gone long, so looking to catch the backline of Nicaragua off guard for that opportunity. Okay, we'll recycle it through the backline of the United States. Long service, Missimo will help it on. Bounces through to Minty. Trinity Byers with the opportunity, it deflects. Great recovery by Mena. She has been lively on this right side today for Nicaragua, playing in the right back position, then moving a little bit higher into that midfield. And as this half has gone on, the midfield 5 of Nicaragua more compact, especially those 3 centrally, playing a little bit more flat, keeping play in front of them, and not allowing too many gaps between themselves in the back line. So that space behind the midfield line of Nicaragua not as wide open for the United States. Guidry keeps it in. Foul called on Mena. Excuse me, it would be Molina with the foul. Sally Minty draws this opportunity for the United States. Missimo again will line up for the set piece. Last opportunity looking to slip it in behind on the ground. Mason calling for it back post, still to that near post area. Della Peruta does well to get an opportunity. It drops in and it's in! Aiden McConnell, the center back, with the 6th goal of the game in the 87th minute. Organization in the box again, proving to be the difference as a second chance opportunity shows itself and McConnell takes advantage. Short ball here to that near post area. Della Peruta just trying to get something on it to cause an issue, and she does cause it. It drops to McConnell's feet, and everyone just wants her to get that on frame. All she's got to do there is get it on frame, and she even lifts it above Garcia with the left foot, and it's a great finish for the center back. There'll be a restart. Getting across a little too early there, or as our center official will jog to the sideline. And it looks like there will be a VAR check. There is VAR in this tournament, which is great, and our center official is taking a look at this moment that Della Peruta on this last goal. It looks like they might be checking for a handball as it popped up a little bit awkwardly to Talia Della Peruta that led to this Aiden McConnell goal. Our VAR officials, Adonai Escobedo and Francia Gonzalez, are in the booth and have called Carly Shaw McLaren over to take a look. Looks like the check is complete by Shaw McLaren, and we'll see what she comes up with. And it does appear that this will count. The goal will be good for Ada McConnell, as the bench of the United States does cheer and give some high fives for that. So the 6th goal in the 87th minute will count for the center back. So critical to have the opportunity to have those VAR checks in something of this magnitude for these countries to be able to represent the Concacaf region in the World Cup. So critically important to have those calls right. Minty will establish possession in the middle third for the United States as we approach the 90th minute mark. .16 players able to get some minutes under their belt for both teams, as there's not a lot of rest between games. Both these teams do hit the field again on Sunday, so 1 day of rest. A lot of people getting minutes where they can gain some confidence, some touches for both Nicaragua and the United States. Della Peruta a little slow to get up for the United States. Walking a little bit gingerly about a minute ago as that kickoff happened, and again down here getting a stretch. Bit of tired legs and getting some help from Jackson and Oke. And our referees looking to get players off the field as quickly as possible so play can be resumed. 5 minutes of added time have been indicated in the second half to be added on here in Santo Domingo. United States in control of this one from a very early minute. That first goal coming in the 2nd minute, and they have definitely shown that different players, 5 different goal scorers for 6 goals, can contribute not only with the finishing but with the setups as well. As 1 goal unassisted, 4 different assisting players for those goals here this afternoon. Nicaragua showing some moments of really being able to stay compact against the #1 ranked team in CONCACAF. Tracy Kevins giving Kitahata and Byers a little bit of information as Della Peruta has had to step out. These are critical moments, although in the driver's seat right now in this game may not always be the case when something happens like this, so organized a little bit differently. Kitahata has pushed inside, and Minty has dropped into that holding midfield role while Della Peruta's out, and she'll jog back on. It was a quick one, and they can reestablish their initial starting positions, the United States. Throw into Nicaragua. The last goal coming in the 87th minute to Aiden McConnell. That was the one we had the VAR check on, unassisted, off a deflected shot from Della Peruta. Foul called, set piece for Nicaragua. Good turn by Navarrete, clipped by Oke, and the foul given. Long service to the center of the penalty area, deflected. Guidry will chase. Plays in combination with Kitahata, trying to avoid pressure in that midfield area. Foul called. It will go the way of the United States. Adriana Munguia with that foul. But will stop play as the United States look to provide the counterattack. Not the worst area on the field to give up a foul by Munguia, allowing Nicaragua to reset and slow down the United States. Okay, finds Della Peruta. There's the space in front of that back line. Missimo looking for Byers. Garcia has done so well all day to come quick off of her line. If there was any hesitancy in her game, the United States would have had some more opportunities in behind this back line, but showing very, very good adeptness of being able to cover that space in behind her defenders. Arvizu looking to join the attack. Excuse me, Acuna. United States will continue to look to possess in these waning seconds of this game. Long service in from Oke. Cleared by Arvizu. Goal kick, Nicaragua. Flicked forward by Nicaragua. Munguia. Della Peruta looking for Byers. United States continues to attack. Minty from Missimo. Looks to possess instead. Minty fell very awkwardly in that penalty area. Kitahata taking on in the inline, and Garcia will come and get that one. Minty clutching her hand on that tough challenge as she kept it alive. And Minty is down. The medical team on that one quickly. This potential injury coming in these final seconds of the game on a great run by Minty. Missimo playing a ball in behind, just not able to quite get there and having to keep possession. Still a smile on her face as she does have to come off the field and get checked out. Garcia will play short to Arvizu. And that is the final whistle in Santo Domingo. Job done for the United States with their first win in their first game against Nicaragua of Group E. They will earn the 3 points with a 6-0 victory. Moultrie breaking through first off an assist from Michelle Cooper. Cooper getting one of her own next. Jackson also contributing in the first half. Kitahata with the brace in the second half, and McConnell capping off the score for the United States. 5 different goal scorers, 4 different players with assists. Nicaragua growing throughout the game. Just really finding their compact shape as they played. So 6-0 for the United States. Nicaragua, 0 points. United States, 3 points. Games coming up again on Sunday. I'm Casey White. Thank you so much for joining us for this Concacaf matchup here today on this Friday in Santo Domingo. Lots more to come in this U20 qualifying tournament. Make sure you come back and join us for upcoming games. Have a great rest of your day.
¿Me avisas? ¿Ya?
Irela, bueno, un arranque de torneo un poco complicado, se pierde, pero ante una de las potencias de Estados Unidos, ¿qué valoración hace de este encuentro?
La verdad que veníamos preparadas porque íbamos a iniciar con el más fuerte, pero confío en mis compañeras de que los próximos 2 partidos lo vamos a hacer mejor. Sabíamos de que el equipo era bastante fuerte, veníamos preparadas tanto como psicológicamente como tácticamente, ¿verdad?, para enfrentarnos a ellos.
Borrón y cuenta nueva, prepararse para el próximo encuentro al ser un torneo tan ajustado.
Exactamente, como tiene que ser. Ahora con mis compañeras hacer como que si nada ha pasado, ¿verdad? Sí, fue un duro partido, ¿para qué? Pero sí, hacerlo mejor los próximos 2 partidos.
Gracias.
De nada.
Andrea, hello. Your impressions about this match behind Nicaragua?
It was a great first game. I think our first game is always a statement game, and we're not only coming out here to play Nicaragua, but we're also making a statement to the other teams in the tournament. And it was so great to come out with not only goals, but a shutout. So it's really a testament to our offense and our defense. So I'm really proud of the team.
How important is to start this tournament winning?
It's very important. I think we came out here to do a job, and it's definitely a business trip for us. So anything less than a win is below our standard. So we're coming out for gold.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Some great insights from 2 players from both of these teams here in Group E play. Nicaragua taking on the United States, and a convincing win for the United States. They would start quickly. This would be the breakthrough, proved to be the game-winning goal. Michelle Cooper taking the deflection, gets a shot on frame. Olivia Moultrie with the game-winning goal in the 2nd minute. Very opportunistic by the United States. Starting early, coming out very, very quickly and asserting some dominance in the attacking half of the field. Good first save by Garcia, but second chance opportunities would be something that the United States would take advantage of. In the 7th minute, Michelle Cooper off a flick from Emily Colton avoids 2 defenders, a goalkeeper, and her hips facing the outside direction, still able to find the open net. Just so strong from Michelle Cooper. Left-footed shot, lifts it on the ground. That could have been defended by Munguia, but this is a true goal scorer right here. Has done it at all levels of the game. Second goal for the United States. And they just have so much attacking presence that Nicaragua couldn't just pick 1 or 2 players to really focus on. The front 3 of Cooper, Jackson, Thompson, not to mention the midfielders that were making those runs from deep. Moultrie with that first goal. How do you defend that? It's very, very difficult. Goals can come from so many directions, and Nicaragua did their best. Even the center back, Emily Mason, getting involved with the assist, and Jackson, just an excellent finish from Jackson. One touch, looks up, finds her corner, and just blasts it past Garcia for the 3rd goal of the game. That came in the 17th minute. Another great goal by the United States. And they would not score for the rest of the first half, but they would come out very quickly in the 50th minute with this goal. The halftime substitute, Andrea Kitehata, who you heard in the interview, said this is a business trip. She got into the game, only took her 5 minutes to be able to contribute. But that run from Alyssa Thompson, so unselfish, clearing the space, causing problems for Garcia, where Kitehata can put that on net into an open one once Garcia is left. The second goal that secured the brace for Kitehata in the 64th minute, a little bit different approach in the attack from the United States. Just so many weapons played in by Oke, and Kitehata able to rise above, get ahead on this in the direction, and just the oncoming keeper just a little bit too high, hesitated, wanted to come out, stopped, and Kitehata made the back line and goalkeeper pay on this one to make it 5-0. Again, it would be another 23 minutes before there would be any more opportunities. Kitehata, she deserves to smile there. Missimo, the second half sub, a few opportunities, looking for long range. As Nicaragua got a little more compact, those were more of the opportunities. But the 6th goal would be in the 87th minute. It would have a VAR check on Della Peruta there, but Aiden McConnell able to put that in with her left foot off another second chance opportunity. Good battle by Della Peruta just to keep this alive, and a great finish from McConnell for the 6th goal in this matchup. Missimo, again, playing that ball in, playing it to the front post space. Just nothing Garcia can do from point-blank range to keep that one out and put it up over the crossbar. Too much going on, too much deflection. And even a deflection right at the end off Mena to change the direction of that ball, but enough power by McConnell to secure that 6th goal. And that would be the 3 points that were secured by the United States in this opening game of Concacaf U20 World Cup qualifying. As we take a look at the updated Group E standings, the United States with 3 points, 6 on the goal differential, could prove important. Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico playing and kicking off at 6 p.m. here shortly, and Nicaragua in last place as of now with only 1 game played, 0 points, -6 goal differential. These 4 groups of 4 all trying to get into the round of 16, 3 teams advancing out of each group. A first step for the United States, and Nicaragua looking to get back at it on Sunday. I'm Casey White from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Thanks for joining us on this broadcast, and we'll see you soon.